Welcome, everyone. Happy New Year to every single one of you. Khalid, good to see you, my friend. Happy New Year to you as well. Kim, good to see you. Black, good to see you. Habib, good to see you, my friend. King Casper, good to see you. Good to see everyone in the chat. I hope you guys had a very good Christmas, good holidays. I took a little break, but no, we're back now. And just to clarify, does everything sound okay? Does everything sound okay? Am I? Is my mic and everything okay? Because I was trying to stream a few days ago, but it just wasn't working. Sounds good, yeah? All right, perfect. Now we've had a rough December, and this is expected. I have said that December we are going to dump. Now, even I wasn't expecting a dump this big, but that's how the market, kind of treats you in a sense where we have a lot of retail in crypto, and oftentimes retail cannot win. So when they come into crypto, due to Trump endorsing Bitcoin, a lot more retail is obviously going to come in, and they cannot win. And a lot of them are getting shaken out now. So if you go on Twitter, if you look at sentiment on Twitter, you are going to hear a lot of people say it's over, it's over. But in reality, it's not over. And the reason is because all these big institutions, BlackRock and Trump, and all of these guys are still accumulating, Bitcoin at these prices. And if you noticed, it's becoming like an arms race to get Bitcoin amongst these countries. A lot of these countries are starting to, buy Bitcoin. A lot of them, Madagascar, I've seen UAE accumulate approximately, billions worth of Bitcoin. Donald Trump is going to start accumulating when he comes into office. So there's a lot to look forward to in 2025. And we got numbers coming in on the 10th of January. So up until this data comes in, I don't think the market is going to realistically go anywhere. However, we got unemployment coming in, but between that time, you are going to get a lot of good buying opportunities because unemployment, non-farm payrolls is forecasted at 200k, which is still decent. It's not the best, but it's not the worst either. 200, it might be just coming up slightly higher. Who knows? Trump is going to be in office. They might manipulate the numbers a little bit. Unemployment is going to be fluctuating between 4% to 4.4%, I think, this year. So it's forecasted 4.3, could come in 4.3, could come in 4.2, or remain the same. No one really knows at the moment. But we do have some very, very good buying opportunities across the board. And I think we should start accumulating, some of these altcoins. I will talk about them today throughout the next week or two. What do I think about NAI token? Yeah, we can talk about NAI actually, because NAI is one of the tokens we are going to talk about. NAI is, it has taken a little beating. It's sitting at $19 million in market cap. It's on some, average exchanges, Mexi, Gate, Uniswap, which is okay, but they are going to get more exchange listings. I'm not concerned regarding the exchange listings. It is on Avalanche, and I do like, Avalanche as a chain, and I think Avalanche will perform well. So overall, I am very bullish on NAI. For those of you guys that don't know about NAI, they don't have no unlocks for the next 1 year. So all the early investors, approximately 2-3 weeks ago, maybe a month ago, had the option to either lock up their tokens for a year or unlock the tokens, but they have to burn 50% of the tokens. So realistically, the market cap for this would have been approximately right now, maybe about 6-7 million, because all the early investors have unlocked their tokens, or they've burnt it, or they've locked it for the next year. There's not much unlocks left for this. The only thing you have is the ecosystem. It's just the other stuff that's going to keep the project pushing. But in terms of all the early investors, they can't access the token for the next year. So because of that, I think is very, very bullish. Now, these guys do have a very big ecosystem. I think I showed it last live stream, but they're working. They've just joined the Fetch AI Foundation, meaning that now these guys do have access to the technology that Fetch AI has, which is, AI agents, which is basically the current narrative in the market. If you go on Dex Screener now, literally every single AI coin in the crypto space, well, not every single coin that's AI agents right now is pumping heavily. But I think the sentiment will change soon because, it's not sustainable. When you see virtual at all-time highs, when you see A1, Z1, whatever it's called, at all-time highs, that is what's fueling this AI pump. But, NAI is fundamentally a very strong project. Just look at the ecosystem they have; it's massive. You got the likes of IONET, Fetch AI, Peak, or GPT. They have a lot of projects on the ecosystem that's utilizing them. They are being utilized by a bunch of Web2 and Web3 companies, and that's one of the most bullish aspects about this project. So I am very bullish on NAI, and I think this can easily do another 20x from this point on, especially in AI season. Just because if you look across the board, there's not many AI coins that aims to fix the data problem within AI, and this is one of them. And I think Alex Becker will show this at some point as well, because he showed it when it first came out. Over here, it made it pump ridiculous amounts. I think it was done like a 10x off launch. Then obviously it dumped throughout the May, June, because this is the period where the market was more or less dead. And now, because there's no more unlocks, because there's no one else to dump on you, it's a good time to accumulate this project. Team Up, good to see you. King Casper, good to see you. Boys, smash the like button for the New Year's. For the New Year. I don't think many people even stream on New Year's Eve, so smash the like button today. Engines are getting ready for pre-flight. Yeah, look, 2025 is going to be a very bullish year. Like I said, there's a lot of bullish sentiment going into 2025. We got Trump coming in. One of the most important thing about Trump is he's an advocate of low interest rates and a booming economy. The reason the market isn't going anywhere at the moment is because they're just kind of waiting for him to come into office first before they do anything. They want to see his policies, what his takes are on, in terms of China and all these other countries. That's what most people are waiting for. But the forecasts are saying it's going to be a bullish year for the S&P, which, in correlation will be a bullish year for crypto as well. I think it will be a bigger year for crypto, as it always is, because Trump is going to potentially add it to the reserves, which I think would be massive. Because if Trump does that, it's going to influence all these other countries to do the same thing. Now that's bullish for us as altcoin investors because as more and more countries get involved, it means more and more retail comes into crypto and buy our altcoins. And dominance is staggering, but this dominance does this every cycle in December. Last cycle, I done the exact same thing. But as long as it's not going up, it's bullish for us. It's not going up. And it was doing the exact same thing last cycle as well. Let me go on the 1-day chart, just so I can zoom out a bit. The exact same thing last cycle. And this is why we haven't entered alt season yet. So there's no point, panicking at the moment. Yes, we've seen some good gains on Sensay. Yes, we've seen some good gains on some of the other coins, but we still haven't entered alt season yet. So if you look at dominance over here in November, rallied down aggressively. Same thing happened this cycle in November, rallied down aggressively. Then in December, it rallied back up, and then now the same thing happened. It rallied back up, took a little dump, and then in January, it started to come down more aggressively. And I think the exact same thing is going to happen now because, if BlackRock is starting to accumulate more Ethereum now, they're starting to accumulate Ethereum as well. They wasn't doing that before, but now they are starting to accumulate more Ethereum, which is very bullish for us. But as long as Bitcoin is above 85K, we don't really have anything to worry about at the moment. As long as it's above 85K, there's nothing to worry about at all. So we'll just have to see, but at the moment, when everyone's the way I look at it is when everyone is expecting, Bitcoin to go down, it most likely will do the opposite way. It most likely will go the opposite way. As long as it holds over here, the only thing we have to be concerned about is if it goes below 85K, then it would, I would be a bit more scared. But at the moment, it doesn't look like it wants to do that. So it's good to see. And you, my friend, and you. Appreciate that. we have too many big discounts. So another very good discount at the moment, I would say, is definitely Sensay. Like Sensay is, a massive discount at the moment. It's down 9% today. It's not, it's more or less just come down slightly. It was at, 5, now it's at 4.6. So it's not like it's dropped massively, but it's at the major support now. This is where people would like to be accumulating between 4.5, 4.6, I would say is at the major support. It could wick down a little bit lower, but it's very unlikely that it will. It could, but it will probably just be a massive wick and then it will just wick back up. But this is, sitting at $21 million in market cap. There's not really any early investors left in this project. It's fair launched. Everyone got in at the same price. They had their tokens months ago. And I think we've seen a little downtrend now because there's the unlock tomorrow. So after the unlock, it's very likely that Sensay will start heading back up because there won't be much selling pressure for Sensay. So this is, fundamentally, they are going to get on new chains, whether it's Su, whether it's Solana, that could cause a very good pump. And at the same time, they have applied for 10 exchanges. They've applied for all 10 exchanges. Within the next month or two, I guarantee you this will be on at least 2 more exchanges, which I think is very good. It's good for the project, good for the, the trading volume. Once you have more trading volume, it gets a lot easier to get on the bigger exchanges. And that's what they need. They need a little bit more trading volume. But I am very bullish on Sensay. I think it will still do well. You can easily get to at least a 10x from here, at least. That's like at least 200 million. A good project in a normal old season, last cycle done about 200 to 300 million. I think this is above good. I think is on a higher tier side. You can easily get to 300-400 million, I think, as long as they get a few more exchanges, which they are aiming to do. So Sensay is a very good accumulation now. If you missed the boat on Sensay, you can get in now. It's down approximately 65%, I think. But yes, 60, 70% from the all-time highs. Can't complain. These are the best discounts to get into now. When something's down 70% from all-time highs, it's a very good time to get in. Yeah, to be fair, I wasn't going to stream today, but, I haven't streamed for the past 2 days, so it's better I get in. Better I do a quick stream. It's only going to be a quick one. It's quite late over here, but, why not do a quick stream just to... And a lot of people probably now are probably panicking a little bit or worried. But in reality, there's nothing to be worried about. Q1 is always bullish for altcoins. So even if we see a mini alt season, it doesn't matter. You are going to make 10, 20, 30x your portfolio. And that's enough at this point in the cycle to make life-changing money for most people. Quasar, good to see you. Happy New Year to you as well. G-Man, wa alaikum salam. Armzilla, good to see you, buddy. Benny, good to see you. Happy New Year to every single one of you. TY, good to see you as well, bro. Juan, good to see you. Yeah, smash the like button, guys. Joey, good to see you. Nova, good to see you. Do I think Swift can do a rug? What Swift are you talking about? G Swift. Do I think Swift can do a rug? That's a weird question. This Swift Cash, what is this? This looks like it's already rugged, my friend. Yeah, this is already rugged. If you're talking about this Swift, you have to be more precise what Swift you're talking about. Oh, Snift. I don't think Snift will rug now. Snift is a very good project. Like, if you guys have been keeping up with the developments of this project, these guys are aiming to bring AI and gaming to crypto, which is, look at the followers they have. That's a lot of followers. Obviously, majority of them are bots. Who cares? It looks good. That's what you want. But when you look at, the engagement is fairly good. 6K engagement, 6K views, 21K views, 11K views, and that's very good engagement for a project, that's sitting at $3-4 million in market. But what I do like about this project, just watch this video. I'm not going to play it now, but watch what the AI agents are doing. It's like they have an AI agent, that can perform smart contracts. So it's like an AI agent developer. Like, you don't need devs anymore. You can just use the AI agents to build smart contracts for you. I think that's massive. Introducing StarryNift agent kit. a robust, secure framework for building AI agents that seamlessly integrate DeFi mechanisms and Web3 utilities. So, this agent can literally make you a token, just build the smart contracts for you. And I think that's massive because if you look at most other AI agents, they just, copy and paste more or less. There's very few that stand out. You want to get the ones that are unique, and this is one of those that's unique. Put that together with their backings. The team's darks has very good vesting schedule as well. This can do very well in my opinion. They got the Binance Labs backing, they got the OKX Ventures backing, and they got the Coinbase backing. That's all you need. That's plenty of backings there in itself. And what they do at least look, when you got a game out, that's very bullish because you're not just a concept, you have a game that people can play. So Snift is, I don't think Snift will rug, my friend. No, it's very unlikely that you'll rug. When you have big backends like Binance Labs and stuff, you have to be a bit more legit. Like Binance Labs is not just going to invest into any project because their reputation is also on the line. So they have to be careful what they buy. Hair looking bearish. My hair's I put oil in my hair, bro, so I need to go wash it out. Is your BTC peak price this cycle still the same? It depends. I don't think it's gonna be. It's gonna be difficult to get past 150. It's not impossible, but at the same time, it is going to be difficult. So if you get past 150, then we could go anywhere, bro. But I would say 125 to 150 is my level. I wouldn't even be holding past that, but like if you're holding past that, you're just being greedy. I wouldn't hold past that high, bro. Crypto G, good to see you, brother. I hope you're doing well today. Day out. Do I think it's concerning Sensay still without any exchange listings? I hope they make some moves. I'm out personally. I'm looking to change and I'll give us fully potential AI agents. What? Hopefully they make some moves soon. I'm out personally. Lack of exchanges will not give. Yeah, I just said they've applied for 10 exchanges, bro. They just have to wait back to see which one. But they want to get the higher exchanges. They don't want to get the big gets, the gate IOs. They're easy to get. They can probably get that tomorrow if they wanted to. But they want to get KuCoin, OKX, and Bybit. They want to go for the tier 2s. But I'll probably tell Dan to get the tier 3s first, like big gate and gate, and then work their way up to tier 2s. But yeah, they are going to get more exchange listings, my friend. Yeah, of course. What's good AI coin to buy now? I would say right now probably Sensay is probably the best one to get right now, my friend. Let me see what All's doing some good work as well. They've added some good token utility for their and it's holding up really well. Like there's not a lot of selling pressure for this. It pumped and then it came down with the market. Now is recovering. But I would say Sensay is probably the best one to buy right now, my friend. Snift is not a bad entry. Yes, it's not a bad entry. It can come a bit lower. However, that's what you DCA. You don't bulk buy in one price. You DCA down. So right now it's not a bad price, but I feel like it can go slightly lower. Maybe down to these regions here. Could potentially go down to these regions here. Maybe like 2.9, 3.1, 3 cents around those regions. But look, it's $4.8 million in market cap. When this goes to like 50, 60 million, you're not going to care too much what price you got in. People just like to have a short-term memory. Like none of these stuff matters in the short term. All it matters is long-term, price action. I don't really care about short-term price action, to be honest, personally. No, there's no unlocks for Nuke, my friend. There's no unlocks. They just haven't updated crypto rank. Like the crypto rank, for Nuke Lie looks weird, but in reality, there's not really no unlocks. Like the vest in here looks weird. Like the market cap on here is still, it's 8 million on there, but in reality, it's mostly unlocked. So no, there's not really. Look, the only people that can get their tokens is the ecosystem and the team. That's it. Because everyone else and the stakers. Everything else is basically locked up either, or they've already had access to the tokens. So there's not really a big unlock for nuclei now. Yeah, look, it has to be difficult for retail, bro. Retail, it was a good refresh on the fear and greed as well. Good refresh on the fear and greed. Which tier one exchange is most likely to add? Or probably Binance. If there's any tier one, it'll be Binance because they have a lot of connections with Binance. They have I think they go to the events. They're backed by Binance, so they support BNB chain with the storage. So they're the main storage providers for the BNB chain. So they got a lot of the connections there, and that's why they went with BNB instead of Ethereum. If you look at Alt now, their main chain is BNB, apart from their mainnet. That's where the connection comes in. So I would not be surprised to see Alt on the Binance Alpha thing. We're seeing AI take on the Binance Alpha. I would not be surprised if Alt comes on there as well, which literally will give it a lot of publication, a lot of it's like free marketing for them. So that's what we have to wait for. That's what I'm waiting for. That will give Alt a massive boost. Thoughts on Propbase action? Yeah, I've been accumulating Propbase a lot, but this is a very good DCA as well. Very good DCA. It came down, but it's like it's been in the same range more or less for a very long time. But if you look at any coin, the chart looks like this. It rallies up. It went from like 4.5 all the way to like 16.5 cents, and then came down like everything else. And it's very likely it will recover back up. I'm not concerned about Propbase, and the reason is because if you go on Twitter, this is like one of the top 10 projects that gets showed the most. Like everyone, the community is strong. Everyone shows it. They've got over 37K holders now. They've got real properties. And that's what you want in an RWA project. You want real properties. All these tokenization stuff that these guys are claiming to do, if they don't have no properties, why are they tokenizing? You want projects that have real properties. And Propbase has like 2-3 properties that, if you stake your tokens, and this is where token utility comes into play as well. When you stake your tokens, they have different tiers. The higher your tier is, the more you stake, obviously, the more access you get when their properties come out. They've just listed a new property, and they've got some very big backers as well, like companies worth like hundreds of millions. I forgot what the name was, but that's what these guys are getting their properties from. They're based in Asia, which is very bullish. Asia is very bullish. But RWA, look, I think RWA is going to be like the black horse of 2025. The reason is because there's not a lot of RWA projects. I look at this as like gaming back in 2020. When there was the gaming sector, there was very few gaming projects, probably like 100, 200 max. Most of them were the average. The good ones did really well, but most of them were just average. But because there wasn't a lot of them, and it wasn't a saturated market, majority of them done well. And that's what I think is going to happen with RWA in general. So I'm personally accumulating RWA. I don't care. Like, you guys should not care about short-term price action. This is how crypto works. 1 week your portfolio will be up 10, 15x. The next week your portfolio will be back down 60, 70%. This is how crypto works. This is how a majority of people lose out. But that's why when Altseason comes into play, when dominance is dropping aggressively, you have to remember to take profits. Now, I personally did not take profits this time around. And the reason is because, there's no point taking profits when dominance was at like 55%. Now, even I wasn't expecting a drop this massive, but that's how the market catches you out. It catches everyone out. But even then, even if it comes down now, I know in a couple of weeks' time, some bullish news is going to come out and everything's going to start rallying again. And you're going to be sitting there thinking, I wish I got more. It happens to everyone. When the time, to accumulate, people don't accumulate. And then when it's actually time, when it's time to start booking profits, people want to buy then. When everything pumps 50, 60%, 100% on a bounce because some bullish news came out. These are the times you want to accumulate, because there's going to be a time where you're going to see Sensay down at 4.5 cents, and it's going to rally back up to like 6 7 cents, whatever, like 0.012, and then there's going to be someone in the chat asking, can I buy Sensay? And I was like, no, you should have been buying this shit down here, not when it starts rallying 2-3x from this price. So accumulate slowly now when everything is down, because literally how many times has this happened to you guys, where the market is down, you're too scared to buy, and then when the market starts rallying, you feel the FOMO and you want to jump back in, but then you've just missed a 20-30% pump because you were too scared to buy. What do I think about top Q1 get out market return? It could play out. It depends how the macros is. Like everything kind of now, depends on the macro environment, because the Fed is scared that inflation is going to go back up, so they're only going to cut 2 more times next year, which is one of the main reasons why the market dumped, because everyone priced in 4 rate cuts, which is why the altcoins dumped way heavier than everyone expected to. The more rate cuts, the more bullish it is for altcoins. But then the way I look at it is, we had a massive pump in 2023, early 2023 into 2024, late 2023, sorry, into 2024, while being at 5.5% interest rates, while being high unemployment, high inflation. Now we have lower interest rates than we had last year, lower inflation than we had last year, everything else, or lower unemployment than we had last year. I just don't understand how people are concerned. We are going to have a good 2025. I'm not concerned at all. I'm accumulating. And that's why I told you guys as well to, always keep USDT aside so you can take advantage of dumps that's happening in the market now. Because I guarantee you in a few weeks, the market is going to rally back up. It always does. Russ, good to see you, buddy. Snift or NAI, I would just get both, to be honest. I think NAI is very good fundamentally. Very low. Well, it was low in market cap, but the market cap's gone higher, but there's no unlocks for another year. No major unlocks, no early investors. And then Snift, I would just buy both. Snift is a little bit more degen though, so you have to be a bit more careful. But yeah, NAI and Snift are both solid projects. Check that protocol offers real risk monitoring, enabling users to stay updated emergency threats and vulnerabilities. Yeah, look, Checkdot's not too bad, but would I buy it? Probably not, my friend. I wouldn't buy Checkdot. It's too niche. It's like one of those projects you use, but you don't need to invest into it. Like for example, DexCheck. You can use DexCheck. You don't need to invest into it. You can use SKI. What is it called? Is it SKI or SAI? No, yeah, this one here, Sharp AI. You don't need to invest into Sharp AI. You just use it. Use the tools. Don't invest into it. Opinion the usual. Do I also have trades? Do you hold or trade? I don't really hold or trade stocks now. It's just too boring, bro. Stocks are too boring. I don't really want to invest into stocks. What do I think about Pangolin? I think if Avalanche does well, which I think it will, the DEX always performs well. So I think PNG is not a bad token at all. It's obviously quite higher in market cap just because of how established Avalanche is. But like I said, if Avalanche performs well, this will also perform well. But it's like $60 million of market cap, so I don't know how much is really going to give you, my friend. I personally would not invest into it. If you want to buy a DEX, just buy LogX. Look how well LogX is performing despite the market dumping. It's pumped 27%, it says here, but it's pumped probably a bit more than that. I think it's like 36% from down here. It's an aggressive move up. Probably, I don't know what that is. Probably like a buy alert or something. That was not a usual pump because it was just dead, and just randomly exploded up. So it's very likely that's probably like a buy alert from a group or something. It's pure manipulation. But it's sitting at $8 million in market cap backed by Coinbase Ventures. This is a better project than PNG, and it's like 5-6 times lower in market cap as well. Khalid, my friend, I appreciate the £10, my friend. Happy New Year to you as well, buddy. Appreciate that once again, Khalid. Real one, Khalid. Appreciate you, man. Sing's good to see you as well, bro. My hair is right now is saying bearish, bro. Look how bearish my hair is. when our next stream, probably in a couple of days, maybe tomorrow even. I'm gonna drop a video tomorrow. Actually, maybe like top 5 AI coins. Something, I don't know. But yeah. Today I used oil. I oiled my hair, bro. I've used some rosemary oil and some of these other ones. So my hair is very fizz. Good to see you, brother. I need to make fizz mod. Gee, you need to your guest community is really big. I didn't see any information in videos, new content. I might drop a video on Munity again. Yes, I am still very bullish on Munity. Like, this is one of those projects that just holds up regardless of the market dump. You know, I was chilling this around, I think it was like 0.04, 0.05 regions over here, but it just holds up because no one wants to dump it. You know, these guys they still working, they're still developing, and that's the only thing I care about. As long as the project is still working, developing, the market is going, well, the price action will always catch up. As soon as the market turned bullish, look what happened to Munity. It pumped like 4-5x. It went to like almost 3 cents at one point. That's like 6x. If you got into the lows, like 0.04, 0.05. It's almost like a 6x for Munity. Had a massive wick up to like 2.7, almost 3 cents. So, you know, like I said, as long as it pumps when the market is rallies, that's a good sign for the coin. It means people like the coin. It means people want to buy the coin. You know, so I'm bullish on every single one of my coins. The only one I'm a bit hesitant on is Tectum, but even Tectum has had very good updates recently. Very good updates. If you go on their Twitter, the SDKs are being launched. Pretty much, the testnet is out now. So, you know, the way they're going to do it is they're going to have a testnet first, so people can use it, you know, develop applications on it, and then whatever faults, you know, whatever little mistakes there are, they can fix it and then develop the main net in February. So that's very bullish. That's how you're supposed to do it. You can't just go jump into the main net because you're going to have issues and the token's going to dump more. That's why you have a testnet initially to figure out any issues. And if there's no issues, then you can release the main net. But now Tectum is a complete, you know, that's what you want. You want the project to be complete. People can now start building on Tectum. People can start now using the 3.5 million TPS, using the technology. And that's what layer ones are supposed to be. So even Tectum, I still hold my tokens. I've been accumulating a little bit more, and I'm still bullish on it. It's just the team doesn't know how to communicate. You know, they still have products like a lot of their soft nodes are being minted. People are utilizing it, which is good. And the fact that they got more government backings, you know, from Brazil, Russia, UAE, is very big for the project. So, yeah, I'm still bullish on every single one of my projects. I'm not concerned if they dump the short term because, like I said, in a couple of weeks, they'll pump. Like everyone that's been following me, your portfolios are still in profits. Every single coin is still in profit. So you guys cannot be complaining realistically. All is still in profits. Sensay, despite this massive drop it's had, is still up 5x, 4.5, 5x. You know what I mean? So like, I don't really see how people are. 4.5x. So even now, despite this massive altcoin correction across the board, you're still in profits. So, you know, it's a very good year. It's going to be a good year for you guys when the market finally flips to Altseason. Like I said, we haven't experienced Altseason yet. I'm not too sure on Mora, bro. To be honest, Mora's not too bad, but I haven't seen any major developments for them. It will still pump when gaming season comes around, but in terms of, you know, gaming coins, I'll probably buy other ones before Mora. But it's not a bad degen coin. Just because there's no unlocks. It's like fully diluted, more or less. But look, they build in AAA games, which takes years to build. So it's not just going to happen straight away. This type of stuff, like I said, takes years to build. But the price action has just been consolidating. It has not had any major moves yet. Just because it launched, or it had a little pump here, but it hasn't really seen a full-on bull run yet. So it's hard to say what it's going to do. But they haven't done anything major though. No major developments up until now. No games released, nothing. That's the one thing I don't like. But look, as long as they continuously update, that's all that matters realistically, because it's only a matter of time before they start picking up. But that doesn't look that bad though. Doesn't look bad. Yeah, one's not a bad one. Not too bad. DC, good to see you, brother. Do I have any opinions on Minima, please? I don't think Minima is a bad project, Khalid. The one thing I will say about Minima is it's Deepin. I think Deepin will make a comeback, just because, if you're looking at adoption in crypto, I think Deepin is probably the easiest way to do it. But these guys do have very big backers, so I would not be surprised if they do well. I am bullish on Minima, yes. I don't know what the real market cap for this is though, but they are working. As long as they're working, they're building partnerships, I think Minima will do well. They've done very well. It went from like 4 cents to like 12 cents in like a space of a few days, realistically, like 3 days. So it had a pump when the market was pumping, which was a good sign. Can you check Cloudland, new first to market? So look. I think the only people that realistically care too much about exchanges are like retail, bro. Like exchanges are decent, but as long as you got like 3-4 exchanges, it doesn't really matter, bro. Virtual AI nation operating real world. Okay. $13 million in market cap, so it is quite high. It's on base, no real exchanges, so let's have a look at this. I don't know about 50 to 100x, bro, but because there's not even a website. It's literally no website. The real world information autonomous society where startup primarily operates. So it's like a game with a bunch of AI agents. I've seen quite a few ones that are very similar to this. Human-like collaborations. Yeah, look, this is just a concept. That's the problem, my friend. It's just a concept. It's like, unless you have a real product, like these type of stuff can only go so far. It's like, unless you have a real product out, it will pump initially, but how long can you keep the momentum going if there's no real product? People are looking elsewhere. There's real products out that you can utilize and use, and then you got a bunch of these new AI agents that's just pumping because of the current trend. But in a couple of weeks, when the trend slows down, I guarantee you half of them are going to die. Probably 80-90% of them are going to die. And unless you got a real product out, it's just it's just short-term pumping. That's all it is. It's just like I said, this is just a concept. They're not going to have if they're not going to have a product out. It's hard to say give opinion on this project. But the idea is not too bad though. Idea is not too bad. Is that a code? Oh, that's the wallets. Human-like collaboration, active economy, continuous operations, continuous interaction. Look, if you want to get AI agents, get Swarm, bro. This is why I like AGI, because AGI is making Swarm AI agents. That's what you want to look for, is Swarm AI agents. And that's what AGI does. Is like you have AI agents that could do a lot of things. And they are going to be launching their own like AI agent, whatever platform. So that's quite bullish in my opinion. But when you look at Lucy, it's like a swarm AI agent. It doesn't just do one thing, it can do multiple different things. You have these AI agents that's now with one use case, and that use case is most of the time is niche. But then you have an AI agent project that can do everything, that can do multiple different tasks, and that's the ones you need to look for, because those are the ones, that's where the money is gonna go. That's why I like Sensay. Sensay is swarm. It does multiple different things. It doesn't just do one thing. You can use Sensay for so much different tasks and functions, and it's all about it. As time goes on, Sensay will get bigger and bigger because of what their AI agent lets them to do. Swarm AI agents. Don't just look at projects because they're pumping in the short term. It's just narrative is there. When the narrative is there, everything pumps. But when the narrative dies, how many of these are going to continue to stay relevant? Most of them will just get rug pulled. That's the difference. So it looks all right, but I wouldn't buy it personally. But there's nothing there. It's just nothing there. It's just a concept. I'm not too. I don't really like Rye. I wouldn't buy it now though. But someone in my VIP group called this at $1 million in market cap, and he made like a 20x, probably more than that. It probably would have been up 40, 50x now. But yeah, it's not a bad project. But why would you buy it now at $60 million in market cap? You've kind of just missed the boat. It's like you just want to jump on the bandwagon now. It's too late. But it's not a bad project though. Good to see as well, Sony. What do you think about Propbase at the moment? I started to buy the dip. Yeah, I've been accumulating loads of Propbase, bro. Loads of Propbase. Propbase has a real app that can get mass adopted. I am accumulating Propbase heavy, bro. Sitting at $30 million in market cap, bro. This can go do sweeping numbers, I think. 10 to 20x for this is very comfortable. And the reason I say that is because these guys, amongst the lower cap projects, I think this is fundamentally the strongest one that can get tier 2 to tier 1 exchanges, possible tier 1s. They can get tier 2s though, just because the volume is decent. If you look across the RWA coins, the lower cap ones, the volume is awful. Look at UBX, for example. Was it UBXX? 150k volume. Not the best. You look at Bricken. Bricken has decent volume, to be fair. Bricken's another good one to accumulate slowly. 800k volume, not too bad. Not too bad at all. So I'm mixing a bit more. But like I said, the exchanges doesn't always matter, bro. Sensay pumped like 15x if you're going for the lows, but like 10x for most people, 12x, sorry, for most people. Just being on Mexi. The exchanges doesn't always matter, bro. Does not always matter. But more exchanges are good though. You do need a bit more exchanges. So just so more people can access it. But like I said, look, Sensay is on, it's on Base, it's on ARB, it's on multiple different, on DEXs, Ethereum, Base. Yeah, but I'll probably get done to get at least big get. I'll tell them to get big get, bro. Like big get gate, fine. That's good enough for now, I think. Happy, good to see you, bro. Happy New Year to you as well, buddy. Anan, good to see you, brother. Yeah, so I think all conservative should reach at least 700 million in a good old season. I think AGI, should reach at least 1 to 3 billion, between 1 to 3 billion easily. So I think AGI could do another 10 to 15x from here, 10 to 15x. And the reason is because I think now the narrative is just any AI agents pumping. But then the difference is this is swarm AI agents. I think that's where the money is going to go to next. Swarm AI agents. And, they said they're also going to bring their gaming side back as well. And I was more bullish on their gaming side as well. But this is what I mean by swarm AI agents. They can do multiple different tasks at the same time. Task. You have small contract here, small contract here. It can carry out multiple tasks at the same time. That's what you want. You want swarm AI agents. That's what the narrative is going to switch to after this little, mania phase of, because all these other coins are pumping, everything else is dumping. There's always money has to go somewhere in the market. And because A1, Z1's pumping and Virtual's pumping, is going to anything that has AI agents at the end. Saif, good to see you, brother. Happy New Year to you as well. But you said more than 1K in Sensay is not worth. No, it's worth now. It wasn't worth back then though. Like if you look, if you was thinking about buying Sensay, what's it called? Up here, it would not 1K was not worth because all you're gonna get is a 10x. But now it's down 70%. So now your 1K can turn into 20K, 25K, 30K. There's a possibility. So realistically, now it becomes worth it because it's down 70%. It's not worth it up here when it's pumped a lot. It's worth it now when it's down here. Have I ever liked BVM? I traded BVM, yes. When I got out on min layer, because there was a lot of shady stuff going on, I moved my min layer bags into BVM and it done like a 3x for me. So then I moonbagged it because I was in the phase of taking profits at that time. It was like I got in somewhere around here. I think it was over here, somewhere around these regions, and it pumped all the way to like $7. Moonbag, they got rid of it, left a little moonbag. But look, I'm not bullish on the BRC20 narrative. I'm just not bullish on it that much. It was good when the ETFs first launched. However, moving forward, I don't know. I'm not too interested in it, bro. It will pump though. As Bitcoin gets bigger, there could be a chance that BRC20 comes back. But then the thing is, most of the Bitcoin whales don't want anyone building on Bitcoin because it's not made for it to be built on. It's too slow. The only good thing about Bitcoin is security. It has a security aspect. But if you look at all the other aspects, it's one of the shittest chain in the world, realistically. Bitcoin's a shit layer one. But people don't care because no one builds on Bitcoin. People use it as a store of value because there's only a certain amount in the world. That's what the aspect, that's the selling point of Bitcoin. It's not the layer one. Layer ones are like Ethereum and Solana and all these other ones. So it's quite hard to say if BRC20 is going to come back. Is in a bull run, everything pumps more. That's how I look at it. Interesting AI microcap I came across recently is based docs Envision. Envision is not too bad at all, my friend. It's not too bad at all. It's quite niche in the sense where the AI side is niche. They've just added the AI side because it's just basic LLMs. And like I said, the narrative now is AI agents. It's not LLMs, but they've added some RWA side, which made it a little bit more interesting. The AI side was dog shit because it's just, like I said, basic LLMs. No one cares about basic LLMs anymore. So I would be more interested in, the RWA side rather than the AI side. Well, the common narrative is AI, but we haven't had a full, like a broader AI season yet. Because if you look at the AI market now, the only thing that's pumping is AI agents. And it's not any AI agents, it's only the ones that's just fucking degen on deck screen and that's it. Because people are just bored. When the market gets boring and everything's going down, people want to make quick money. So then they go and just pump all these AI agents. But then the thing is, in a couple of weeks, 99% of them are going to rug. And then a few of them will survive. The decent ones will survive. So that's why you just trade them, don't hold them. It's hard to say, bro. Like, all already has good listings. One thing you guys have to realize: if a project can get on KuCoin, it can get on any chain, because KuCoin is the hardest exchange to get on in the layer tier twos. Like, the requirements are very strict. It's very, very hard to get on KuCoin. So if you can get on KuCoin, you can get on any exchange pretty much. But like I said, this already has good exchanges. So already has good exchanges. Has Mexi, Bitmar, Big Gate, KuCoin. So it's got all the tier threes and the tier two. So it already has good exchanges. But like I said, Sensay CEO applied for all 10 exchanges. So I'll probably just message him, tell him just to get Big Gate, Alt Gate. Those are good enough for now. That will increase the volume, and then potentially next year you could just go for tier two, a couple tier twos, Bybit, KuCoin, OKX, all of them. But yeah, you have to work your way up. But Dan wants to get the top of the best of the best. So he wants to get Bybit, OKX, and KuCoin. That's what he wants to get. I'm pretty sure Sensay now can tomorrow get on Big Get and get on Gate, because those are tier 3 exchanges. You just pay the money. They just list anything. They don't give a shit. So I'll speak to him today. Tell him to get on those 2 exchanges just for short-term price action. Have you tried alt wallets? I actually keep most of my alt in my alt wallet. Yeah, it's very safe. You can stake it on there as well. Is this some Sensei agent like doing live right now while you're partying Dubai? But the replicas are really good actually. If you try use them, if you ever use the Sensei replicas, the agents, they're really good. Like you know, the CEO has his agent replying to most DMs, and I was speaking to him one time, and I couldn't tell if it was him or not because he's uncensored. So it doesn't sound like a robot. It sounds like the normal person. The more you interact with it, the better it becomes. So you know, I think it's quite good. Still young, good to see you as well, bro. It's Dex on a lithium. If a lithium does well, man, then the Dex will do well. I'm not gonna go on Dex Screener to look though. But like I said, if the main chain does well, the Dex always does well. It's like Sui done well. That's why Sui pad has pumped aggressively. So it always works like that. Well, not aggressively, but it did a very good pump though. It did approximately like a 6, 7x. Not bad. Any other gems? I'm looking for an AI agent on base. That's what I'm looking for right now. I'm looking for a solid AI agent on base because I feel like Solana has become too saturated. There's too many AI agents on Solana, and there's probably like 50 more probably going to drop tomorrow, in the next week, and there's not enough on Su and base. So that's where my eyes are on now. I'm looking for AI agents on those 2 chains. Thoughts on Spectre AI? I found Microsoft is a user of tech. Spectre is not too bad actually. It's not too bad. Which Spectre are you talking about? Because I hope if it's the AI agent one, it's not too bad. But this one right here, Spectral or Spectre. Oh no, this is a scam, bro. This is a scam. No one's utilizing this shit, bro. Let me just double check if this is the right one. Oh no, this is not the right one. There's another one, bro. There's a really dog shit. There's like 3, 4 of these projects. But this one's not too bad. I remember this one's not too bad at all. I don't think Microsoft is using these guys, bro. They got a prediction bot. Yeah, this is not too bad. It's not too bad. Not too bad. These type of projects can only do so much just because of how niche they are. Like prediction markets are good, but you know, how much can you trust an AI? The way I look at it, I don't think you can. It's too niche, bro. I don't really like it. I don't know if Microsoft is using their tech, bro. It's a bit too. That has to be verified, though. If the team is saying that, it has to be verified. Walaikum salam, brother. I prefer Mavia over Miria, especially Mavia at these prices. I don't think is a bad buy. Mavia at these prices is not bad, but you know, if it comes to like gaming coins, me personally, I like Nyan Heroes. This is the one that I like amongst all the other gaming projects. And the reason is because it's very low in market cap, 12 million, no unlocks for the next like 3-4 months, I think it is. And even then, the unlocks are not bad at all. And you know, it's on Solana. So sorry, guys, 1 second. It's gonna get shielded by Alex Becker as well. Keep that in mind. But you know, if you're gonna buy a gaming project, buy it. I think this one's better than Mavia as well. Just look how much the unlocks. 50% on tracked, but that's for like the community incentive. So mainly for the game, and then the ecosystem. You know, so if you look at early investors, they get their tokens in like 3 months approximately. 3-4 months, I think it is. Yeah, so the first unlock's in May. The first unlock is in May. So I would prefer to buy Nion over Mavia, just because it's so much lower in market cap with better, better dilution, and they have a real game out that people are playing. And another good thing is Solana give them a shout out the other day as well. Solana, when they talk about crypto gaming, they talk about Nion. This is Solana. Look, they gave them a shout out. Crypto gaming is in common is here, and then they obviously put Nion. The game doesn't even look that bad either. Doesn't look that bad. So I prefer Nion to be fair over Mavia, and Miria as well. I prefer Nion. Mavia, like most of the sentiment from Mavia came from, from the Binance listing, but because Binance delisted them from what's it called, from the futures, it kind of ruined that sentiment. But I still think Mavia will still do well though. I'm still bullish on Mavia because the earning is good and people are playing the game. That's all that matters. As long as the earning is good and people are playing your game, that's all that matters. More and more people will play it. One gaming becomes hot. So yeah, I'll prefer, if you're gonna buy any of those two, I'd buy Mavia, my friend. SY, good to see you, bro. I have AK USDT. How to invest in your list coins? Yeah, look, if you want to buy AK, you want to buy every narrative. So what I would do is I would split my money between Alt and Sensay for AI, just because those are the, maybe Alt, Sensay, and Snift, but make Snift a smaller portion. So maybe put like 1.5k into Alt and Sensay, and then put like $1,000 into Snift, and then buy some Propbase and Bricken for AI. I mean for RWA, and then maybe get OTK or Nion or Mavia, any gaming coin that you like, and then get Munity as like a DGM one, like 500 to like 1% of your portfolio, 1%. So it's like 800 or something. 1% of your portfolio into Munity. That's how I would do it. That covers the main narratives. I think the biggest narratives are going to be AI, RWA, and then memes, obviously, and then gaming. Those are like, but then the top ones are going to, for me, is AI and RWA, because RWA is not saturated. AI is always going to get bigger and bigger. It's a bubble. Eventually, it'll pop, but that could be years away. But Nvidia is still doing well, despite all the FUD on Nvidia, is still doing very well. So AI is here to stay. Simple as that. So yeah, I would grab Alt and Sensay for my AI coins, Snift as my DGM one, and then I would get Propbase and Bricken for RWA. I think these two are fundamentally the best ones for the lower cap section. There's always some very, very low cap ones, but most of them are just terrible. But some of them don't even have a docs team. And then for gaming, I would grab OTK. OTK just partnered with PSG. It's like one of the biggest football clubs in the world, and it's backed by Solana. It's going to be on the Solana phone. Can't go wrong. And then yeah, those two, like, split it between those projects. Munity will overtake Immutable. Can the AI do 20x from here? It's possible, yes. What's the market cap? The AI has, if it wasn't for the FUD, this would have probably been around like $1.5, $2, to be honest. Yeah, I think it can do a 20x. Well, 1 to 1 billion. I don't know. Not with these exchanges, it won't. Actually, they got quite a lot of exchanges, to be fair. It is possible, yes, it's possible. DAI is not too bad, bro. What indicators? I don't use no indicators, bro. Overkill, good to see you, brother. I am ready for the new year. Next year is going to be a lot more fun. But I wish I could, bro. I wish I could. Bro, you know they kicked me out the Discord, bro. They kicked me out of this. Well, the Telegram. Fucking bastards, they kicked me out. I wish I could advise them, bro. Look what I've done for Sensay. I advised them, I helped them out, and made them do a 12x, and he's going to potentially do way more when the Altseason comes. If Tectum lets me advise them, I can help them out so much. It's like most of these projects, the CEOs or whatever, it's like they don't understand crypto. It's like they don't understand it, which is weird to me. They claim, how many CEOs have you heard claim, oh yeah, I got into Bitcoin back in 2012, back in 2013, 14, and it's like ask them basic questions, they don't even understand crypto. It's like, do you see the stuff they're doing with their project? It's like, is this guy stupid? And Tectum's one of them. Guy says he's been in crypto for a while, but he's like, he doesn't understand crypto at all. But he's building good tech. Like the only thing that's keeping Tectum alive is the tech. That's it. If it was just a project based on, if they didn't have no real products out, Tectum would have been dead now. Probably been around like $1 to $2 by now. It would have probably been sitting down like $10 million in market cap. But one of the best things about Tectum, I would say, is there's no unlocks for like another 5, 6, 7 months. It's like fully diluted, more or less. C-Sense, Happy New Year, brother. Good to see you in here as well. Health to you and your family. Destroy next year. We are going to destroy next year, bro. We're going to do very well next year. That's what the goal is. Happy New Year, bro. Up 6 overall portfolio since joining in May. G is the real G. Yeah, look, but there's everyone that's in my group, despite this massive dump, are still up on their portfolio. How many do you know now that can tell you they're up on their portfolio? I guarantee you there won't be a lot. Many groups are down on their overall portfolio for last year. Fizz came into my group. His overall portfolio is 6x. That's massive. That's huge. AJ props next 10 to 15. I think so. I think props can do a bit more just because, I think props has the capability. If RWA becomes as big as I think it will, it can easily reach, between 500 to a billion. Khalid, thank you very much, buddy, for another £10. 100 to your portfolio. $100 to 1 million. Wow, that's crazy. That is. You would have had to get into a bunch of pre-sales. If you got into the red belly pre-sale, if you got into the virtual pre-sale, private sale, seats, you could have turned $100 to at least 100 grand at least. So, just imagine all the VCs that got into virtuals. Imagine how much money they're up now. Stupid amounts of money, bro. Just imagine. What do you think about this new? What do you think of this new the group Wafu an AI agent still low in the floor? Wafu, bro, Wafu, C-Sense, I don't know if you're active or not, but Wafu was called in a group, Dasher, at the very bottom. It was literally called at the very bottom, like down here, before he did this parabolic pump by my Solana guy, Abs. The Abs found this down here before he pumped. Before he did this parabolic pump, it was called by Abs. A few people got in and made hundreds of X's. If you need props or bricken, if you need, get both. Just split it down the middle, 50-50 on both. Both of them will do well. Check Glacier GLC. Glacier's not too bad, bro. It's not too bad. I've already looked into it. It's not bad at all. Let me just refresh my memory though. 1 million. Actually, let me see. Maybe I'm wrong. Data-centric blockchain supercharge AI to scale. Glacier is building programmable modular blockchain infrastructure for agents, modules, and dataset. Yeah, this doesn't look bad at all, bro. So is storage as well. Data-centric solution. This is what Thing is doing. What Nuclei is doing. Yeah, this is exactly what Nuclei is doing. Build AI infrastructure node. The website looks good. They've got decent backers. Yeah, this doesn't look bad at all, bro. This looks like a good DJ project. So this is the agents, I'm guessing. No, that's LLM models. Yeah, they got big backers as well, to be fair. KuCoin Ventures. Is it on KuCoin though? Is it already on KuCoin? Yeah, it is. Glacier. This is not bad at all, bro. Trustless. What's the chart looking like? Oh, it just launched, just come out. Has it just come out? It's just come out. I'll add this to my watch list, bro. This is not a bad project at all. Good job. I've heard that name before. Maybe someone mentioned it to me before it was launched, but it looks decent though. It doesn't look bad at all. Let it dump a little bit. I'll have to look at the vesting schedule because the vesting doesn't look the best. Can you invest into Trias? No, do not invest into Trias, bro. Trias is as good as dead. This is my best year in crypto. All starts when I join your group. Even though I'm up 70% on my portfolio, I don't even have the best entries on the coin. Next year we will do stupid money. I know. Well, I appreciate the 10 BG. I don't know what currency that is, but still, yeah, thank you very much, bro. You know, like this year has been very rough for majority of people. Like we've seen the market rally and just give all the gains back, and that's what we're kind of experiencing now, where the market rallied and is now giving all the gains back. So, but even then, a majority of people in my group are still up on their portfolio. This is the beauty of it all. You know, this is before, like this dump, it cannot last forever. It will probably last another maybe a couple of days, maybe a week max. After that, we are going to start pumping. Greek, thank you very much, buddy. It's good to see you in here as well. And for those of you guys that is not in my free Telegram group, join the free Telegram group. You know, there's a lot of people in there. We're talking there all the time. I'm in there all the time helping people out. Join that group. The link is in the description of this video. It's called HTBTC on Telegram. It's a free Telegram group. Why don't I don't, it's not that I don't like meme coins, it's that the problem is with meme coins, right? This is what, like, the way crypto works is on sentiment. It's on, you know, people in crypto have short-term memories. So, you know, with so many meme coins being launched every single day, 50,000, 30,000, 60,000 sometimes a day, you have to keep in mind some of them are going to do well. So then, you know, when there's so many projects being launched or so many meme coins being launched, it becomes saturated. So then by the time you hear a meme coin is already up 20x, that's when you hear it because it moves very quickly. You know, in like a space of a couple hours, it can do like a 20, 30, 50x. But then by the time you hear about it, it's too late to get in. It's at like 30, 40, 50 million. The most you can get then is like a 5x. And then before 2 weeks, 2 weeks later, the new one pumps and people forget about the old ones. That's why I don't like meme coins, because people always forget them. There's new ones coming out. And like I said, people in crypto have short-term memories. And then they just move on to the new one. That's why, even within memes, there's narratives. It's like now the narrative is AI memes. So anything that has AI and meme in the end pumps. Or anything with AI agents or whatever the narrative is. But it becomes like, it is too saturated, way too saturated. Pump Fund has just got banned in the UK. It's got banned in India now. It's very likely it will get banned in the US, and memes will cool off, and the money will flip back to utility. That's what most likely going to happen, and we can kind of see that now. Look at the meme coins now. Majority of them, you know, AI now has flipped meme coins in the searches, so people are now looking for AI rather than meme coins. Pulverize the like button. Only 50 likes. Only 50 likes. Damn. Boy, smash the like button right now. I'm gonna get off in the next 10 minutes, but you know, it was a good little stream just to update you guys on the market about some good DCA ranges. Propbase, Sensay, Nye. You know, Nye is, I think, is a good DCA. Bricken's decent DCA. The rest of them are up. Like Logix is still up. Snift is still up. Munity is holding okay. It's holding pretty well. I would say OTK is not a bad DCA either. OTK is not a bad DCA. It's holding up fairly well though compared to the rest of the market. It's holding up fairly well. It's just been kind of slowly grinding down. Southflex, good to see you, brother. About KuCoin, that's why I suggested KuCoin buy be listing for props to prove their worth. KuCoin. Yeah, both of them have plenty of liquidity, and it's hard to get on them. That's the thing. You got any more 50x plays? I would say SKR is not a bad one though. SKR. This is not a bad one. Like the market cap is a lot lower than this. I think it's sitting at like $3-4 million in market cap. They need to update this. They need to update this. But the market cap is not that high. But it's not a bad project though at all. Like if you look at the website looks very professional. Very, very good website. They got plenty of games on here. Plenty of games. More and more games coming into play all the time. They just added a new game recently. They have an incubation program because they are layer 1, layer 2. So they're layer 1 for gaming, but they're also a layer 2 as well. So people can actually start building on Sakura. That's why I say the market cap's lower, because they have their own mainnet. And I don't know how. I don't have the portal on here, but I don't have to access it. But the market cap's like 3-4 million, and they have some decent backers. Vulcan Forge. What are some of the other ones? Let me see. Godzilla, clients, backers, whatever it is. Like there's quite a lot of there's a lot of good sentiment behind this. A lot of good sentiment, and they're still developing, which is good. I feel like when gaming comes back, this can do very, very well as a degen coin. It has the potential to do like at least a 30 to 50x. They need to make me an ambassador, bro. They actually need to make me an advisor. I would actually help that project out. And another good thing is, I don't know if you guys keep up to date, but one thing that I do like about AI tech, despite the dead price action, one thing that they did today, which I liked a lot, was they showed receipts for another good thing is obviously it got listed on Binance Alpha, which is very bullish. But another good thing is they've showed receipts now of how much money they've spent on their on the data center. So they actually are building the data center. So it kind of gets rid of the doubts that people have of the data center is actually being built. What is they've just released their roadmap for 2025 actually. So order additional servers, new website launch community growth, blockchain secret product launch, data center completion, servers expansion, computer. Where's the listings gone? They've got rid of the listings, it seems. Compute marketplace, burn 10 million of AI tech through marketplace transactions. That's pretty good. Bridge to base network, which is bullish. Interior of data center complete. Launch compute. Is this for Q1? Yeah, it's got to be Q1, bro. And they're launching a new launch pad. Okay, so they've got a decent decent roadmap, to be fair. I don't really like. Isn't Corton so like actually? I don't even want to do coin reviews right now. Is the DEX that does limit orders base chain? I don't know actually. That's a good question. I know there's quite a few on Solana. Is there any DEX that does? LogX actually does limit orders now. I'm pretty sure they've added spot market. I'm pretty sure they've added something on there. I can't remember. They've added options market now as well. LogX have added options market. Let me show you. I'll talk about. But these guys surpassed 1 billion transaction on their DEX, which is stupid amounts. Oh yeah, so they've added option markets. Next is pre-markets. So pre-markets would be a good one to add. Newer was for me is a quick trade. Look. It's not a bad project. Newer is not a bad project at all. It's kind of similar to Griffin. We got into this quite early. I think it was around like 12, 13 million or something. So it's up a decent amount. What's my thoughts on price wise for Snift? You talk about accumulation or long term? I think long term will do very well. Snift just has all the correct narratives, so it can pump aggressively. IO is solid, bro. IO is solid. I've always liked IO on it. The investor schedule is ass. It's such a low cap. Oh, is it? Let me look at the vesting schedule, bro. Because if it's ass, then it's not good look. But the website and everything looks good though. It looks like the type of coin that can catch fire. It's not ass. It's about to be finished. To be fair, so these guys are gonna get out. Community founding team. Fucking hell, but 5 years. Okay, so it's expanded across 5 years. Node rewards pre. Yeah, that's pretty ass. To be fair, pretty ass. So 1 million. Let's see what the by 7. Yeah, that's terrible vesting schedule. Yeah, fuck that. That's too bad, that is. Is there any video circulating Instagram about bull runs over? This game the veto. Gee, the video circulating on Instagram bull runs over. That's good, bro. We want retail to come back when Bitcoin pumps again. We don't want them to come back now. Appreciate that, C-Sense, bro. I'm spending New Year's Eve chest. Thoughts on EWA protocol. So look. EWA. I think I've looked into this already. Is had a good pump. The vesting looks terrible. Isn't this the consensus bridge new error web free? Let's see. Oh, this is the one built by the Curve guy, isn't it? Yeah, it is. It's not bad. I'm not too bullish on DeFi though. The vesting looks awful, bro. Look how bad that looks. I personally would not get into this, bro. It's just in a weak narrative, and the fully diluted to vesting looks awful. What kind of hairstyle product do you use, and why are you so handsome? Bro, what kind of question is that, bro? I don't really, to be honest with you, I don't even do my hair, bro. Some days I do it, some days I don't. Let me, I don't use no product, bro. Like my hair just either stays up or stays down, depending on how I style it after my shower. Limit orders on low and cow swap. They have base network. Oh, limit order on cow swap. There you go. Beam knows. Thank you for that, Beam. What's up with the Sensay dump? I think people are just scared and taking profits, bro. Oh, actually, I think one of the main reasons is dumping. It does this every single. It basically does this every month, where leading up to the unlock, it tends to dump. So I can I show it? Let me zoom out a little bit. But yeah, every single time the unlock happens, so like it'll rally up, rally up, and then close to the unlock day, which is like on the first or something, it always dumps. Always dumps. It does this a lot. It'll rally up, and then it will just dump. See this 31st, and then it will dump when the unlock happens. And the same thing's happening now. And then after that, it just rallies back up. So you can see it dumps after the unlock and then rallies back up. Happens every single time. So it's very likely, the unlock is dumping. Whoever's unlocking, I don't know, maybe, and then it rallies back up. So there's nothing to be worried about. But it's had a decent drop. But that's when you accumulate, though. That's when you accumulate the drops. AI season should be, I think, within the next couple of months, bro. Next month, I think the first narrative will be AI. Would you get into Simi? I don't think Simi is a bad project at all. That's actually not a bad AI agent on base. It's not a bad project on AI agent. Convert OTK. Oh, actually, I've seen Chirply take a massive dump, actually. I don't know if you guys were aware, but I checked the transaction. Some guy clipped. The guy clipped 70K. Fuck, my order didn't even hit. I'm going to accumulate some Chirply, though. But some guy clipped 78K in one clip. He just clipped it one go. And that's why the price dumped. Like, it went from you see this massive drop here. This is some fucking retard. One clip from 8 cents all the way down to like 5.5 cents. It sold 78K. But it most likely will recover, though. I'm going to accumulate some. Nah, you need gaming coins, bro. You need gaming coins. Like, gaming's dead at the moment. Like, most gaming projects now are just basically dead. But they will make a comeback. That's the thing. It's like, just because something is it's down now. It does not mean it's going to stay down forever. But if you look at the gaming sector across the board, a majority of them are just dead. I would say almost all of them are just dead. But gaming will take off again. It's showing glimpse of it pumping. It did it like a couple of months ago when gaming started pumping for a bit. I think the future of AI tech will be fine. Like once the data center's live, I think once people start utilizing the products, it will do very well. And the best thing about AI tech is the burn mechanism. The more transaction that happens on chain, the more AI tech gets burnt. And another good thing is the team has now locked up their tokens. They did a community vote. The team has locked up the tokens, which means there's less selling pressure now as well. What am I doing for New Year's? Fuck knows, bro. I was going to do something, but then I thought, can I be bothered? I'm not doing anything, bro. I'll be honest. I'm actually not doing anything for New Year's, surprisingly. But yeah, guys. Oh, that's funny, that is. But yeah, guys, time to get off. Appreciate every single one of you that tuned in today. Have a lovely New Year's. We are gonna have a good 2025. The market will do very well. All the reports are saying the S&P is going to rally another 16, 17%, which is quite a lot for the S&P, meaning that we will have another bullish year. And I've always said this, right? Trump is not going to come into office in his first year and deal with unnecessary bullshit. He's going to come in, these guys have egos. He's going to come in, he's going to make sure, the economy is doing very well. And we are going to enjoy and reap the rewards. Bitcoin, like I said, every country is now aiming to accumulate Bitcoin, which brings more and more retail into crypto, which is good for our altcoins. And I think, overall, I think the dollar will start heading back down next year. I think the 10-year is now, in the phase of topping out very soon. I think it's going to start going down. The reason is because the Fed has indicated less rate cuts, which means the 10-year is going to go down, which means the dollar is going to go down. And I do think the yen is going to start going back up. And the reason is because, once it gets to a certain level, what the Japanese government is going to do, they are going to start buying dollar, fluctuating the dollar and buying back the yen with the dollar that they've purchased, which means, that we don't have to worry too much about the Japanese carry trade. We don't have to worry about it for like another couple of months, which is realistically all we need is a bullish Q1. We'll take profits. And if the market conditions are looking okay to get back in the summer, then we will get back in and then we'll have a bigger run in Q4, Q4. Fucking I can't speak. But it's going to be a good year for us. Accumulate now slowly. This is the best time to accumulate your favorite altcoins. Like I said, dominance is staggering. It does not want to go higher, despite the fears of Bitcoin going down. People are still staying in the altcoins because they know what's going to come in Q1, which is Ethereum outperforms Bitcoin most of the time. But there was the USDT FUD, which is gone now. Now, there's not really much FUD, is there? Bro, I can't. Fuck's sakes. All right, boys, I'm getting off now.